What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to break down 7 things every man must be doing in his early 20s. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Keith. I made this channel to help men create their ideal lives through self-mastery. Before we get started on today's video, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. I'm putting out new videos every single day to help guys just like you create their ideal lives. Also, I'm doing a huge giveaway for my new subscribers. Being as I'm a new channel, I want to do something to reward the people who are going with me from the very beginning. So moving forward in the month of February, I'm going to be doing a free giveaway to 3 of my subscribers of my brand new Warrior Workout Program. This is a 9-week workout nutrition program designed to turn you from beginner to stud and help you have your best body ever by this summer. I'm going to give it away for completely free to 3 people at the end of the month. All you have to do to enter is 1, be subscribed to my channel, and 2, leave a comment on any of my videos in the month of February saying Warrior Workout Program. Each video that you leave the comment on will also count as an extra entry, so be sure to go back and leave a comment so that you get more chances to win the prize. So now let's get into the video. Like I said, the topic of today's video is 7 things every man must be doing in his early 20s. I put these 7 down through my own personal experience, through listening to other people who have gone before me, and I find that if you can get these 7 things right, you're going to set yourself up for life in the future. Really, what your early 20s are about is about self-discovery. You're either going to fall into one of 2 camps. You're going to fall into the stone college kid lifestyle where you're not really doing any work on yourself and you're kind of meandering through life, or you're going to go on a journey of self-discovery which is going to set you up for the rest of your life. It's going to be about self-development, building new experiences, becoming an attractive kind of man. So the first thing I had down that every man must be doing is hitting the gym. If you haven't already started this, it's time in your early 20s to start pounding the metal. Look, it's just part of being a man, is being strong, being muscular. You know, you look back at ancient men, great warriors, you look at Greek art or Roman art, all the men were muscular. They didn't have dad bods, okay? Women are attracted to muscular men. It makes you more useful. It makes you stronger. You feel better about yourself. You just feel more masculine. It's time, if you haven't already, to start hitting the gym. The second thing I had, take risks. You've got your whole life ahead of you, and this one was hard for me because I tried to plan because I was scared to have that drop and have that fallout and have to rebuild my whole life. But what happened was, it happened to me anyways. My whole life kind of dissolved about a year and a half ago, and I had to rebuild everything. But in the process, a lot of growth happened. And now I take a lot of risks on things that I'm passionate about, and it doesn't always work out, but it works out a lot, and in the experience I still get a whole lot of growth and self-discovery, and I've got a lot of awesome stories to tell to my kids and to my friends someday. So it's always in your early 20s a great time, especially as a man, to be taking risks because you'll figure out what you're made of and what you're passionate about. The third thing I have is go on a trip somewhere unique. You want to have some cultural experiences, okay? When you're in your early 20s, especially, you don't have anything holding you back. You don't have kids. Most likely you don't have a serious relationship, and even if you do, it's not as serious as it would be once you're married and have been married for a long time and you got houses together and things like that. This is a perfect time to go out and experience some new things. For me, I went to Cuba. I'm getting ready to go to Cairo, Egypt. Going on these experiences, it helps you be more culturally appropriated. You understand different cultures more. It also allows you to have a lot of different experiences to share with people, and you become more of an interesting person with a lot more to your personality. So going somewhere unique, I'm not talking about going to the fucking beach for a few days. I'm talking about going somewhere that you think super cool, that not a lot of people have been to, you know? This just provides something unique to you. I'm not saying don't go to New York or LA where everybody wants to go. I'm saying pick somewhere that you think is extremely interesting and go there yourself. This just broadens your character, broadens your perspective, broadens your personality. People have something interesting to talk to you about as well. The fourth thing I've got, try out different business or career options. At this point in your life, you should be thinking about, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? And don't let other people tell you what you should be doing. Don't go get a business degree in college just because that's what everyone told you should be doing. Or don't go work in your father's business because that's what you think would make the most sense. Do what is passionate for you. For me, what happened was I was in college, and honestly, I did really shitty in college because I didn't really want to be there. I was there because other people had told me that was the way to go. And at that point in my life, I started to figure out what mattered to me, and that it took me failing some college classes that I totally could have passed if I truly had the interest and desire to be there for me to figure this out. But what happened in the process was I went and got my real estate license. I learned how to be a realtor. I sold some houses, figured out that was cool, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. And it was a process of getting closer and closer and closer to what I wanted to do with my life, to figuring out that I wanted to be a business owner. I wanted to start businesses and to inspire other men. And this is going to happen as you try different careers and are willing to take a chance. Don't get caught up in something that you don't really want to do just because you think it makes sense, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's not going to make sense if you spend the next 40 years of your life doing something you're not very happy with just because it made sense in the moment. Go figure out what you're passionate about and start to work on that and growing. One thing to remember also in this is like Steve Jobs, for example. Steve Jobs dropped out of college. He ended up going on a month-long stay in India, and he quit his job at Hewlett-Packard. He quit his job at Atari to go on a month-long trip through India and to do a lot of self-discovery. And he talked about that being one of the most influential times of his life, even though he quit a stable job to do it, and he risked pretty much his financial security and safety and didn't do the logical thing or the safe thing in the process. He grew so much by doing this. So just remember, and then he goes on to build Apple and Pixar and all these other great inventions and change the world. So just remember, you've got plenty of time. Go out, do the things you're passionate about, figure out what it is that you really want to have an impact on. The fifth thing I have, stop watching porn, okay? This one I've talked about the NoFap stuff before. I'll leave a card to that over here. But in general, every man by this point, it's time to stop with the boyish behavior. It's time to go out and talk to actual women. The studies are in. Watching porn is not good for your brain. It's not good for your ability to interact with women. It causes you to have commitment issues. It can really screw up your whole life. It's time to stop that if you haven't already, and to go out and meet real women and start building real relationships. The longer you wait on this, the harder it's going to get for you. The sixth thing is developing hobbies, okay? You should be finding things that you're passionate about. It's, again, about building a character. You've, at this point, most likely got some sort of money coming in. Maybe, you're probably not a millionaire at this point, but you probably have a stream of income from somewhere that will allow you to fund hobbies and different interests you have. Maybe it's learning a martial art or learning an instrument, learning how to cook, learning about cars, something like that, that makes you into somebody unique, because you got to become the kind of person that people want to talk to, so that you become interesting in social situations, interesting to women as a dating option, and just also you'll build your own character and find out what you're passionate about, which gives you a more rich and fulfilling life. And that's really what it's all about, is having a fulfilling life. So in your early 20s, try a lot of hobbies. Try out going dancing, things like that. Just become a more well-rounded person. This is a very attractive thing. The last thing I had, get good with girls, okay? The longer you take on this, the harder it's going to get. And I had to learn this personally. I was not good with girls in high school. I really struggled in that department. And the longer I took, the harder it got on me, until I finally just had to accept the fact that I was going to have to be behind the eight ball. I was going to have to learn to get good with girls and figure this out. And so that's what I did. I put myself in uncomfortable situations and continue to grow and grow and grow in that area. And eventually you get caught up to the point where you're actually doing better than most other guys, because you're willing to take risks, go approach girls, get good with girls, get confident, and your whole world changes as a result. But in your early 20s, people aren't expecting you to be married or have a family, and you're probably not thinking about that. But the time's going to come eventually, and if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to be that much more awkward when you're in your late 20s, when you're trying to get into a serious relationship and settle down and have a family and things like that. So at this point in your life, it's very important to start getting a handle on this situation if you haven't already. Guys, that's my 7 things I've got for you that you should be doing in your early 20s. I've taken the work on these, the ones that I needed to work on, and I've seen dramatic improvements in my life as well. Before we go, I want to invite you to join Training Camp, my group coaching program. We are now accepting new members. Inside Training Camp, we've put together fitness as well as just men's overall development to come up with a complete package for self-development that also makes it affordable. I'm not big on high-ticket offers that overcharge and underdeliver. What I've got here is a simple month-to-month group coaching program that is designed to take you from the current state you're in to your ideal state. We've got workout programs, nutrition plans, as well as live coaching calls, networking opportunities, contests, and giveaways. You can try the whole thing out for free for 7 days. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in tomorrow's video.